Bringing you the latest health coverage and medical news. Here's Karen McKay's HealthWise at 5.
Our guest today is Dr. Craig Ewell. He is from the Department of Pediatrics at the Texas Tech Health Sciences Center, and it's nice to have you with us, Dr. Ewell.
Oh, it's nice to be here.
I understand you want to get across to people that it's really important to have a good relationship with your doctor. Explain why you think that's so important.
Well, I'm an avid sailor, so I'd like to use an analogy. I like to say that the child is the sailboat, the sails are the parents, and the rudder is the pediatrician. And so over the next 18 years, you develop a guidance to the child so the child can literally go through all the ebbs and flows that life brings them. Wind, of course, is life as it hits the sails. Upon the 18th birthday and they move off, the first thing they give up is the rudder. They say goodbye to the pediatrician and they install their outboard motor. They take down the sails and they rev off and try to
You're going to
fend
make
for
me sad
themselves.
here. Our son just went off to college, and he's just bringing it all back to me that with it, the rudder and everything is gone in the sailboat.
But they keep the sails on board, just in case they need them.
All right. Tell folks, especially with newborns at
Sure.
home, we'll start at the beginning, when they should be concerned about taking their child to a doctor or straight to the emergency room. Can you give us some guidelines on those?
Absolutely. The issue with fever is very important in the first 2 to 3 months of age. The immune system in that child is not yet developed. So what we're dealing with is a fever of 100.4, that's 100.4, and that's on with a rectal thermometer. And the key to using a rectal thermometer is use a little Vaseline and just put enough that you cover the silver part of the thermometer. If that shows 100.4, we need to see you immediately. The reason for that...
See you as in pediatric?
No, see you either in the emergency room
Okay.
or within your clinic if you have somebody. Because time is of the essence. In that situation, we need to really do a full workup. The issue is we have to check blood, we have to check urine, and we have to do spinal tap for spinal fluid for any bacteria or viruses that may be in that youngster.
And that could even include the swine flu, I guess.
Well, I mean, that isn't the most important element at this juncture.
Okay.
But certainly, these are the issues that we need to cover. And once they reach 2-3 months, their immune system starts to mature. So the fever in and of itself is not as important to us as how the child acts and behaves, whether they're drinking, whether they're eating formula, breastfeeding. All of those things are much more important than fever in and of itself.
You know, you talked about the rectal thermometer, but there are so many fancy thermometers you can buy now that just wave across the forehead. So you're saying those are not going to be as good as the rectal thermometer?
Well, I don't say
I
don't say you don't need to use them, but use them and then go ahead and then if it's high, then go ahead and then do the rectal. So at least you have a confirmation, especially in that first 2 to 3 months of life, because you really want to make sure that the child has a fever. Because if you say, well, he's got a fever because I did this on my forehead, the problem is we're going to do a full workup based on that knowledge, and that could be false.
And the fever is most important for those little bitty ones.
Exactly.
We'll have you back again and talk to you more later, but if you have questions for Dr. Craig Ewell, he's in the Department of Pediatrics at the Texas Tech Health Sciences Center. Ewell, by the way, is spelled U-H-L. I would never have guessed, so I thought I'd tell you that. Thanks. Nice to meet you, Dr.
Nice
Ewell.
meeting you.